I remember there was one Pokemon game in which I always tried to like empty my like whole backpack of like every potion item or whatever. I can't remember if it was Sword and Shield or something like that. But like I tried to empty out my entire inventory. You know what? Yeah. Alright. I do my triathlon training with Pokemon, so I'm pretty confident about my speed. They're doing drugs! No, I'm kidding, okay. Alright, Maria. If that is your real name. Balmore. If that is your real... No, okay. Wing attack. Shoot? That's not gonna do these... That's not gonna do a lot of damage. That does 10? That means if I were to switch out, that would do 20 damage. It's a lot for Pursuit of all things. And I have to step with water again. There we go. Perfect. I need to get more practices in, I guess. I don't know. Actually, there's a trainer below me. Balmore might be able to handle it. You know what, Balmore? You can handle this. Once a bug catcher, and now a bug maniac. But my love for Pokemon remains unchanged. You do that, buddy. Meanwhile, Ninkata, or Thantis as I like to call it, wing attack. Wait, is it Thantis or is it Thanatis? I don't know why, but my brain's trying to tell me that it's Thanatis, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Thantis, yeah. It's not Thanatis, brain. Don't confuse me with a different spider. I know it's a cicada, but there's no good cicada magic characters. In fact, I think there's only like one card that has the type of cicada. Complain to Magic the Gathering. Matt, dear Magic the Gathering, we need more cicada-like characters. Because I'm doing a Pokemon series where I name Pokemon after Magic the Gathering characters. And unfortunately, your game has no such characters that are cicadas. I'm pretty sure that if they were to look at it, they'd go like, yeah, that goes in the trash. Put that letter in the trash. No, the other trash. Trash that has no reason to go to us. Alright, Super Potion. I freaking needed the heal. Alright, wing attack. Oh no, it's coming down to the wire now. Never mind. Never mind, I won. It's like I needed the heal and then all of a sudden it uses a weaker move. It's like my ineptitude also remains unchanged. Okay. Alright, buddy. Just need to use a Pokemon Center. But don't worry, you're gonna be challenged. Oh. Let's see here. I can go with Zergo. Kind of funny though, because before I started this, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna like make everybody catch up to like what their levels were, but like to like be like close to the same level, and I proved myself wrong. See, this is where I wish that EXP share was like it shares it across all Pokemon. Listen, could I get you to battle the Pokemon I'm raising? Sure. This is where this is where I wish the EXP share worked on all Pokemon. The difference is that I wish you can toggle it on or off. I would have loved it on at this moment, so though I don't need to constantly switch Pokemon, I can just go with Zergo first and foremost, and a one-shot everything, give everybody experience in the back, and then call it a day. And before anybody says, why don't you just spawn in like an extra 4 EXP shares, or why don't I just have like, why don't I just go with one of those fan ROM games and that has the EXP share working on all of them? Because that's not authentic. It's not an authentic experience. Then you'd have that one person that's like, who cares? And I'd be like, you're right, but I do. And that's what matters. I care about it. I care if it's authentic or not. Because I want to look back at the channel, let's say 10, 15 years in the future kind of thing, go, wow, I really did play Pokemon Ruby on the channel. And I played it without going with one of those fan modification thingamajiggies. But that's how I look at it, right? Like, I like to... And I do like to reminisce, like in the one area that I have of my my Minecraft base. I have my original beta house in there. Did I need to do that? No, I didn't need to. I could have just said, I don't care about it anymore and throw it away. You've raised yours superbly. I know. I could have like thrown that base out. But I had the world. And you know what? I wanted to make sure that my base was, you know, in tip-top shape. And you know what? I really liked that base. Like, despite the fact that it was made in beta 1.2 with very limited amount of blocks and little to nothing to do with anything, and the world generation was terrible, I still have to say, though, I think I did a decent job at playing it. And the thing is that this was back in 2012? 2011? When did that version come out, actually? Now that I'm curious about it. This is par for the course, by the way. If you are new to the channel, this is par for the course. Can I search up different versions from a version? I do get easily distracted. But it's mainly that, like, my mind is, like, focusing on one thing, and it's easier if I just get rid of it than just me, like, going, like, oh, yeah, totally like this, blah, 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 and then it's like, okay, we totally need to go do this. So we'll say normal beta 1.2. 2011. So we'll say that I played during the late beta 1.2, which was beta 1.202, which was released January 21st, 2011. That is the latest. The absolute, like, that is the last version, that is the earliest version I remember playing. And I remember watching somebody play beta 1.1. Oh, I got another item. Nice. What is it? A revive. See, look, Hugs Bell is helping me out so much in the future. Or for the future. We're still going to be doing some training. The aroma of flowers has a magical power. It cleanses us, body and soul. And what I want to do for one of the new versions is see if I can recreate my beta 1.2 world, and then we'll just play through that world with the modern version. First, I got to figure out if that even works. Second of all, I got to make sure that even if it does work, that it actually works in our favor. That's it. Because I know for different versions of the circuit craft, the 1.13, 1.14, and technically 1.15 aren't on the channel, but they were started pretty much, right? I think for 1.13 we went with a random world generator thing, or a preset generated world that oh dear me, I seem to have lost this. You did lose. We went with a it gave you a random code to put in. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a random site that gave you like a bunch of random like ID tags kind of thing. And pretty much like it's like, oh, your caves are filled with this and blah blah blah, right? And that we use for 1.13. For fishermen, equipment is the key. But for trainers, the key ingredients are Pokemon and heart, of course. But again, for us though, like we went with that world, and that world was the Circraft 1.13 world, which I think I did show off on the channel at some point in the future. And as I said, I did show it off, but that world was meant for 1.12, or was designed, or that seed or whatever was designed for 1.12, but we used it for 1.13. I was beaten in heart. Was like, it didn't work very well. Let's just put it that way. It didn't work as effectively, which is fine, but I'm a melody rock your soul. And then for 1.14, we just went with a new world. And we pretty much went, and I pretty much went really, really far. Wait, no, 1.14 wasn't the one, was it? Is it the one I went really far because I was threatened despite the rules? Or was that 1.15? I want to say that's 1.15. But I think for 1.14, we mostly just, like, teleported, like, I think really far away from each other. I think we mostly just went with that. The reason why we went for that instead was because, like, it was just easier for us to deal with that. We wanted to make sure that we were as far away from each other as much as possible. So that's why in 1.14, I mostly tried to stay away from, like, everybody else, though, which is kind of funny, though, because we do come together for certain things. And then for 1.15, we were trying to build our little, pardon my modern language for this, our compounds kind of thing. I say pardon it because in my latest Sacred Craft, I had a compound, or that I called the compound. But for back then, though, we wanted to make sure that our places were pretty decently big and that they were very spacious. Oh, another item. Nice, Hugs Bellow. Another super potion. That's awesome. I'll have Brina in front. I'll continue to talk about this. Oh, Uncle, please. I want to challenge this gym and see how much better I've become. Please, may I please? Now hold on, Wally. Since you started living with Pokemon, you have grown quite a lot stronger. But don't you think you're pushing it, but to suddenly challenge a gym? I'm not pushing it. If I combine forces with routes, we can beat anyone. Oh, hi, Drathis. I've gotten a lot stronger since we met. Drathis, I want you and my uncle to understand that. Drathis, please, will you have a battle with me? Yes. Drathis, thank you. Okay, here I come. Yeah, so 1.15, I think we were just we were having a race to see who could find bees the fastest. Later on, after we established our locations, I was building up my location, or my original area, with with bamboo and all that other such stuff, right? And then later on, I got threatened that they were gonna bomb my, or they were gonna blow up my area. So I quickly grabbed, at the time was Razzacraft. I blipped it out of there and I flew. And I flew very far. Oh wow, that wasn't that fast. That wasn't that long. I lost. That's all you gotta say after that. I lost. Uncle, I'll go back to Verdant Turf. Strathis, thank you. Being a trainer is tough, isn't it? It's not enough just to have Pokemon and make them battle. That isn't what being a real trainer is about. Wally, there's no need to be so